Good morning YouTube, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the interior of a G63 AMG. Now I know in one of my last videos I was saying that I was jumping into the G350D and then sort of test driving that for about 10 days and then having this for the remainder of the month of November and into December. Well, it is now December the 2nd. I've had this car for about a week and a half now. And I was really excited to do the comparison because I was like, I know what's going to happen. Everyone's been like, go for the G63, but actually I prefer the fuel consumption of the 350D. Okay, it's a diesel and you don't get like the whole 4-litre bi-turbo, nearly 600 brake, 850 Newton meters torque. Like, this thing is a fairly brutal machine. It's crazy. But the whole concept of these videos was, what is it like to live with one? And yeah, it's been an interesting experiment, but turned out the way that I genuinely thought it was going to. This is a different spec to the 350D that I had, and I actually think I prefer the G350D because it was, you know, grey with black leather, and this is blue with like light leather. Totally personal. I think it's a spec is so subjective that yeah, it's not even worth having a conversation about. I just know I'm not responsible enough to ever have light leather in a car. But anyway, I'm about to go pick up my friend James Bannister because he is a Celtic man. He's a Scottish man. He knows all about his SUVs. He's also, he lives in London, but he's thinking of moving back up to Scotland. So he's in that dilemma that a few of us are in at the minute, where it's like, do I move out of London because then I can enjoy my cars? I'm intrigued to know what he thinks of this thing. If he turns around to me and says it's all about fuel consumption and luxury, I'll be like, I'm with you there. But you never know. With these cars, they tend to divide people. I bet he'll just go, he could even just go, babes, it's got to be the G63 AMG. It's got to be the 4-litre bi-turbo. Who knows? Gonna get a second opinion. Off we go to huge Apple CarPlay screen. Always a massive win. Can't miss it. We are off to the Barbican, so we are off to central London today. Let's go.
When they made this new one, I was like, I'm in as long as the door still makes a silly noise.
What, this noise?
There you go. That's what it is, right?
James. Guys, this is James Bannister. He's my good friend. He is a Celtic man. As I mentioned, he's a Scottish man. He used to work for a company called Classic Driver.
Classic Driver.
Oh, you have to say it properly.
Borderline racist. Classic Driver.
Ah. It's not as good as I think it's good.
No, because I'm not putting on my cartoon voice.
But I brought you along today because I need a second opinion on this thing. Because I know that you said when I put it up on my Instagram and you were like, mate, sick.
Yeah.
But what is it about a G-Class for you that you like?
Well, I shouldn't like them because I'm a bit of an old man and I don't like big flashy Chatmobiles like you do. But that was a bit rude, I apologise. Get me some coffee and I'll be nicer. 100% just mashed a pigeon. Fucking hell. Anyway.
Did it? No.
You clipped him.
Oh, see, look, G63, new one.
It's a bad number plate though, isn't it?
What does it say?
Bullcrap.
Bullcrap?
Well, it's BU11CRP.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the new one, I was like, if they can make it a good car, then I'm 100% sold. Yeah. And when it came out, all right, pal.
Oh, mate.
Goodness me.
We are urban exploring.
Well,
right
this
now.
is the habitat for this car, right?
Hackney.
When this came out, I was like, if they can make it a better car whilst making it still a G-Wagon, I'm in.
Which
and I think they have done. Because if you, like, no disrespect to the lovely people at Land Rover, that new Defender is not Defender.
It's ugly.
And you want to talk about regenerating an old model? Yeah. These guys have nailed it.
And have you seen the video of Harris smashing one of these round at Landau?
I have.
Exactly.
Well, do you know the whole thing about, like, I'm going to sound like such a loser here.
That's fine.
If you open the, I think it's on the two front doors. Yeah. In the door shut, there's a wee badge.
Oh yeah, it's here. Like, it's literally just here.
Just good. That is because That is because there's like a certain road that G-Wagons have always been tested on since they first started making them in early 70s.
Yeah,
and I think you have to go up that road to be classified as a G-Wagon, and they've still got that little plaque on. And I saw that little plaque because a mate of mine borrowed one of these to write a story on it, and we all just spent half an hour looking at the plaque.
See, I mentioned that in my first video. I was like, this is very cool. It's all about the details in this thing.
It is.
Because, like, you know, even looking at the interior, this all looks like billet. This looks, there's a complete level of luxury to it. Like, all the materials feel heavy and nice.
Well, and also, it's all tactile.
It's tactile.
It still feels analog despite having a big digital screen. Yeah, it's so good.
Even the TVs in the back.
What? Completely lost me. You're talking about analog tactility and you go TVs in the back. That doesn't work.
I was waiting to see your reaction. I was like,
the TVs in the back have never been a good thing.
You know what it reminds me of? It's like Hater Vision, isn't it? Do you remember in
yes.
What is it?
Pit My Ride.
Yeah, and he was like, I'm gonna put TVs in the back because I want to see Hater Vision.
I was tempted to buy.
Just blacking out the haters.
There was. Jesus Christ. The sound system is pretty horny, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Well, the sound system in it.
Yeah, because it looks very pretty. But
as a luxury vehicle that I am backing out onto a road. Thank you. As a vehicle, it has everything you could possibly want. Like, it's comfortable. It has all the mod cons. It's got every bit of multi-way adjustment. There's lots of ways you can sort of get yourself settled in the car and have it all set up to how you want it. I think I'm gonna put it out there, right? After having both of them, I would go for like high spec, because like the spec is where it's at basically, but some of the packages are really expensive. So for the AMG line, it's like $5,000, and that's for all the nice.
Is that blacked out stuff? Yeah,
it's just like nice shit. The other one I think had a slightly higher spec on it, but I don't know. I would say I would have one, but I would go for the G350D because it's about £30,000 difference.
Yeah, but you know what? That's the mate of mine who reviewed one said the same thing. It's like,
I mean, it's quick enough.
And that did.
Well, again, this isn't even in its like.
Oh, has it got
horny mode, and so it's just in.
Oh, is that comfort or whatever?
Yeah, it's in comfort. Yeah, it's not in sport.
But I guess the point is, that's fucking
the exhaust. What?
Yeah, guy's got a carbon cutout of the Pope, life size, looking out of his window.
Got love East London. It's just weird. Would you go for the G350 amazing spec, or would you have to go for the G63 with, you know, the side exits and the noise?
I would go for the diesel. But no, I'm a bit boring anyway, so I probably would just get the diesel. But I'd have to debadge it for shame, because I'd kind of feel like you do. What is going on today? I
don't know. People are just driving mental. I'm having a hot, relaxing back massage. So I don't know.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah, like these are the things that make this car most delicious. Are all of the add-on bits, like getting away from the engine. Like at the end of the day, I have like the M3 for speed. I have the drift car for stupidity when driving, and I have the E21 for relaxing. So if I was ever going to purchase one of these, it's never going to be my primary vehicle. I don't know if I'd need the 4 litre.
That's true, but it does seem to be that you can have a lot of power without that much compromise. It's not like other kind of performance dailies where its ride is massively compromised, its throttle's really jerky. It does seem like you could pick up your nan in this and she wouldn't necessarily
My dad absolutely loved this vehicle.
Well, that's a good sign. Hence this car.
To put it into perspective, guys, what was your last vehicle?
A Lancia Fulvia. Fulvia. Don't say it. It's a Fulvia.
I didn't say anything.
I saw that look in your eyes. A Lancia Fulvia. Lancia Fulvia.
And what have you got now?
Oh, well, I'm trying to sell that.
What is it? The Citroen.
Oh no,
the Jetson machine.
No, oh, see, now we're talking debumpered 74 GT Junior, my man.
That's right.
Oh, go on, boy. Yeah, so what I will say is, I think this is the most special SUV on the market. And I think the build quality is exceptional. I think it's actually got character, and so many cars nowadays don't. So, basically, if we're being realistic, I'd probably buy a Range Rover, but if I win the lottery, I'd probably buy one.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I'd probably buy a debadged silver G63 with no tint.
Okay.
And a tow bar.
I got you.
To confuse people. Be like, is he a farmer?
Well, guys, there we have it. I brought him into the car to help me make the decision, and he's basically run around the houses quite a few times. But we've got to the point, like, I cannot fault Mercedes with these vehicles. They are sick. I just think it's entirely subjective as to what engine train you go for and basically how much money you've got to spend. Because both of them are awesome. It just depends on how much you like your MPG. Did you feel cooler in this or in the diesel? I just feel the same, because only us are going to be really bothered about what the engine is. People and if you were asked about what people thought, all right, mate. I don't know. I just don't think you can be asked about what people think anymore. That's why we're all so anxious.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you thought in the comments, whether I should get old Jim Ban back on for a waffle about Lancia Fulvias and Range Rovers again. Catch you again next time for another video. Catch you again next time for another video soon. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye.